I'm totally here. I hope that you are here too. This one is tough, you guys. I have to be honest with you. I have to be honest. It's tough because I feel bad for both parties. I know, right? I feel bad for both parties. So I don't know where you've been, but if you've been anywhere, Chrisesn Rock and Blueface have been in the headlines. I would say at this point, probably about once a week. Like, this is the group chat that no one asked to be in. I didn't want to be in it. I don't want to be here. But when they go through their domestic disputes, it is public and it is ugly. Extremely ugly. But one thing that's of concern to me, and that, I don't know, it kind of just rubs me the wrong way. There's so much emphasis on Chrisesn and her behavior, which I get it. You know, it is hostile. She's aggressive, violent, if provoked, but there's still a softness to her and just a very kind soul. She kind of gives me that Cardi B energy, where Cardi B is kind of, you can say what you want about her, but she is who she is, you know? And I kind of get that energy with Chrisesn. And you got to keep in mind, this is a girl that's under 25 years old that had a really rough life. So she's very aggressive, for lack of better words. But again, I still see this softness about her and this sincerity. Like, she just seems really, really sincere. Now, I would like to see her not under the influence as much, because oftentimes when she speaks, she does make sense, you know, but it just seems like her judgment is so clouded and she is head over heels in love. There's no denying that, and no one can convince her otherwise. It's just one of those things. But I don't like how Blueface is not under the microscope as much as she is, because let's face it, I've seen horrible things that he said about her. He utilizes the word bitch like that's just what it is. You know, that's how he refers to women. My bitch better do this. It's just, I don't know. I don't understand these young kids, because unless you're older, you know, and you're doing sexy talk, or, you know, maybe you're married and your husband might, you know, if you guys are having a little night, see poo, that's a different story. But for that to be used as a term of endearment, and for you to use that when you're speaking of me publicly as an older woman, I have an issue with that. And what's even more sickening to me is his mother. I don't know this woman, never met her, don't care to meet her. Now, I don't know her personally, but when you put certain things out there, you open the door for public opinion. And from what she's put on her own Instagram, her own Twitter, and things that she said publicly, I'm sorry, she conducts herself like a bird. She does not conduct herself like a mother, a wife, a woman of substance. She speaks like a bird. Again, this is my opinion. And not once have I heard her state anything about her son in a negative light as far as his treatment to women, how many women he slept with. Granted, she's always praising baby mama number one, but at the end of the day, he cheated on her, period. And he had outside relationships. He had outside relationships with Chrisesn. But for whatever reason, mom just puts him on this pedestal. And I don't know if this is because, you know, she's clout chasing. I don't know if it's because, you know, money he may or may not give her. But mom is an enabler for his behavior. And shame on networks for even putting this out there. These are two young people that I think need help. These are two young people that it seemed like doesn't have any positive influence. And I don't know any of Chrisesn's mom or dad, because they're not necessarily out there as public as this Blueface's mom is. But if I had to draw my own conclusion based on her conduct and things, you know, her mother and father weren't the best. Their parenting skills are up for debate as well, you know. Does that make them bad people? No, it doesn't, you know. But this is what happens when we recreate and we don't heal our own wounds, our own childhood traumas, and then we have our offspring that we expect to be products of society, but in reality, you damage them. But I'm really disappointed with Blueface's mom, as a minority mom. The fact that she doesn't correct her son and just allows him to say the things that he says with women, it's despicable to me. I don't like the way that this situation is going. I hope that, ultimately they can turn around, and I don't know. I have to be honest. While I'm wishing for the best, I don't have relentless optimism when it comes to this particular relationship. I think that Chrisean has a natural gift of just being her true self, and wish she can truly go far and surround herself with the likes of the Drakes of the world, etc. But she's so in love with Blue. My personal opinion, I think this is stunning her growth. I think that he stunts her growth. I think that he limits her. And when he goes on these rants, it's pure jealousy. Again, my opinion. I think that he's extremely jealous of her and how she has kind of surpassed him. Because let's face it, I'm not checking for any Blueface records. The only one that I was jamming to and doing my little two-step to was that Gaudy Thotiana, and I only did that because Cardi B was on it, and, I'm a mamiata. I was at home, mamiata. Yeah, that got me, doing my little shoulder shrug and feeling away at a red light. But outside of that, I couldn't name one Blueface song. I promise you I couldn't. I really couldn't. I can't name anything that he's done other than that. I really don't know his rise to fame. And it's sad. And what's concerning to me with their last, I think it was their last spat where he humiliated her, in which she was visibly crying, and look at the slides and things of that nature. In this video, she was visibly upset and basically, telling him just to leave her alone. But he recorded the laundry room and how it was a mess and filthy. And here I am thinking this girl is going to leave, and she records herself actually cleaning up after he said, bitch, I can't be with no bitch that doesn't wash my clothes. Like, what are you? Oh, gosh. I was really rooting for her to say, you know what? No way. I mean, he went on this rant and then he did videos. Now, I don't know. Maybe the ganja has changed since the 90s. But when he was talking and the way that his mouth was moving and things of that nature, I said, is this strictly marijuana? Because he's looking a kind of pop 30, I pop to pop 30, pop 30, pop to perk 10. That that viral sound, that's what I was getting from him. It was given I'm on something. It was given you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm rooting for the best. I really wish that networks would stop promoting stuff like this. I really wish that interviewers and major networks would stop. Just stop. There was one interview that Chrisean did. What is her name? Oh my goodness. She has the eyebrows. She's friends with like Pretty V. Is it B or something? B more, I don't know. She has the eyebrows. Pretty girl too, but she's friends with Pretty V, and she had like this talk show. But I respected her interview because she did not drink with her. She did not provide her with liquor. And that's the first interviewer I ever seen do that when it came to Chrisean. There's a level of empathy when it comes to women. And even with me, with her, like my auntie-ness is coming out because I want to go grab my niece. That's how I feel when it comes to Chrisean. So I don't know. This is a situation that I'm rooting for. I don't support Blueface. He is a woman beater. He's made that public. He's made that very known. I think it's disgusting. I think it's despicable. And I think that his mom is even more despicable for allowing that behavior, promoting his behavior, never publicly speaking of how ignorant he sounds, how embarrassed she should be. It's just sickening. So that's my take. That's my chatter for the day, and I'm kind of just over supporting any type of artist that behaves and conducts themselves this way. Once upon a time when we didn't have access to celebrities, there was like this this level of mystery and they were elusive. But now I think social media is causing more harm than good when it comes to our celebs, because we get to see who they truly are and how they behave. And I'm not liking what I'm seeing. Until next time. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that bell for me. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Chatty Cathy.